Lisa Rothman, conflict prevention and repair specialist. And today I want to talk about an issue that so many of the families that I work with have expressed frustration about, which is having kids help around the house. And I want to share two pieces about this. One is an issue that I think gets in the way and has parents actually working at cross purposes to what they most want to contribute to their kids. That has to do with an incentive system. And then what you can do instead of an incentive system and still, feel supported and have a sense of mutuality and collaboration in the home without coercion. And so I want to confess that this has been an issue that I've struggled long and hard with. And so I'm going to be sharing my own struggles and situation about that second piece after I share this story about incentive systems getting in the way. And this is best illustrated with a situation, a family that I worked with. The mom and everyone in the family has given me permission to share this story. This is a mom, Brandy. She has 5 kids. The oldest is Lennon. He's 14. And oh, is she frustrated with him. But let's just pause a moment and think 5 kids and pets and the kind of chaos that she is dealing with on a daily basis and how very much she wants support. I'm sure we all want that for her as well. So, but she's getting so frustrated with Lennon because he's supposed to do the dishes and then she comes in and there's this big container of mac and cheese and it's all dry and crusty and she needs to make dinner for the masses and and so she's so done with that. So after I gave her empathy about, I talked to her about, gosh, of course she's so frustrated with that. We then went big picture and I asked, okay, so what do you want in terms of your vision for this family, what you want for him in his life? What are you wanting to impart to him? And what I was struck by was one of the most important things that she said that she wanted was for him to have a sense of choice because he's growing up, he's going to be out on his own, and she wants to feel confident and have peace of mind that he's going to be making good choices for himself and for others and for society. Okay, so having done that, we then brought him in and I said, hey, what's up with chores? And here's what he said.
When I do chores, I do them. But when my sister does chores, here's the thing. She's like 4 years younger than me. And I would do chores at her when I was her age. But the thing is that when my sister refuses to do her chores, my parents make me do her chores with no extra like favors.
Incentives, yeah, like
Yeah.
money and
So
stuff, yeah.
just free. And I think that with my chores, look, I understand you want me to be outside and be active. I can do that. But if I do the chores and play, let's say, basketball a lot, then I feel like I could play my game for a while.
He's
Stuff
talking
like
about
that.
video games because that's what we use a lot as incentive is video games and like
Money.
because I require or money because I require him to like go outside for a specific amount of time to get physical activity, but it's always a struggle.
What I'm sensing here is you have a system that's about incentives.
Mhm.
And if what you want is a sense of choice,
Yes.
incentive and choice are not super compatible.
Okay.
Do you see the internal conflict in that?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I guess I've never really thought about it that way, but now that you put it, that there absolutely will be a conflict with that. Because if you're not getting the incentives, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, and you were like 2 weeks late to pay me my $10 a
Okay.
week.
Okay.
2 weeks
Okay.
late.
I know. Okay.
Randy is not alone. Most families, when I start working with them, do have an incentive system of some kind related to uh, helping out around the house that involves punishment, incentive, that sort of thing. But as Brandy realized, it's actually working across purposes to what they want in the long term. It can work in the short term, provided she, actually pays him the $10. But in the long term, it's not going to get her where, or him where she's hoping that he's going to go. So, what's the alternative? Actually figuring out what each person has intrinsic motivation to do, and then having a family meeting with the other siblings about, okay, what are you going to do? What am I going to do? So we didn't do the family meeting, but we did do some problem solving with Lennon. And what we discovered was that he's actually perfectly happy to do the dishes. But the issue is people aren't leaving things like that mac and cheese container in the sink to soak. So it's really hard for him to wash those dishes. So if people fill it up, it's going to be a lot easier. Also, he's happy to mow the lawn, but not if the blades to the lawnmower are rusty and dull, which is what they are. I mean, who wants to be messing with that? Not you either, right? This is very reasonable. So we talked about a number of other issues, and happily we arrived at this. These clothes got put away, the dishes got done, and they were set up for success, and he watches the siblings. Is that enough does that feel like enough of a contribution?
To me, that's plenty.
And that only took 10 minutes. Now you may be saying, hey Lisa, that's all well and good, but what happens if he doesn't do it? Well, that's where where's the leverage? Where's Brandy's leverage? Okay, that's where the family meeting comes in. Because this is where we've let go of the incentive system, but we all coexist in this house together. So how can we make this work for everyone? So it's an ongoing opportunity once a week, and it ends in an ice cream party, to problem solve and troubleshoot so that there's communication and collaboration happening. Okay. Now, I promised to talk about my own struggle, and I only have 2 kids. I don't have 5, but I was frequently losing it. And, incentives have never been part of our world, but so I never had that as an opportunity for leverage. And unfortunately, I was really struggling. I was feeling so angry about showing up in the kitchen in the morning when the agreement was that the kids were going to clean the kitchen before they go to sleep at night. Because I was making breakfast and I was so resentful. And also even if the dishes got done, there was grease on them, and no matter how many tutorials we had, it was just, everyone was miserable. Miserable. And quite frankly, I found myself shouting sometimes. I'll confess. Okay. And so I did some reflecting, and I thought, okay, let me use the 4 C's of conflict prevention and repair that I teach. What strategy am I attached to? And I realized the strategy that I was attached to when it came to the kitchen was that I was attached to the strategy that my children demonstrate how much they love and care for me by cleaning the kitchen. And my ability to I was attached to this idea that if they cleaned it well, they loved me more. Oh, yeah, right. That's a winning strategy. What am I needing? I'm needing, of course, I want self-care, I want care, I want support, I want mutuality. As soon as I realized what the strategy was, I was happy to let it go, seek my needs for connection and support in other ways, and do an assessment. Okay, what's actually going on here for me? What could work for me? And what I realized was I actually like cleaning the kitchen. But what I didn't like is the total amount of time that I've been spending doing household things, because I was also doing laundry for me and my 2 kids. And then it occurred to me, I will clean the kitchen, I will do my own laundry. They can do their own laundry. And this resulted in so much less stress as well for all of us, because now they get to do laundry on a timeline that works for them. I'm getting to do laundry in a way that works for me, and I am perfectly happy. And now I'm doing the dishes with so much joy and doing the laundry with so much joy. So may you find a path to doing chores that involves collaboration, not incentives, and may you find strategies that truly get your needs met. Me again. If you enjoyed this video and would like to find out more about how to apply what I just discussed in your own family, you might want to get a free conflict prevention jumpstart kit. The details are in the description of this video. It includes strategies for turning every conflict into an opportunity for more trust and connection without giving up on anything that's important to you.